Mike? Hello? Hello, hello? Are we streaming now? All right, Ginger, not right now. Not right now. Go away. I know. I love you too, but okay, I hear myself. Now, but I don't hear anyone else. No, not that, not that. All right, so how to... Here, Tom. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out... I'm trying to add Mike, and I thought I've added Mike. Wait, what's going on? Do I have to join? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to... Why is Mike Jam not here? All right, so invite group call. Mike?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. And now I think you have to add Justin because I still can't figure out how to add contacts.
Okay. It's the plus sign and add people to this call, and then select Justin Desai, then add to call.
The plus the create new conversations that anyone can join?
No, there's microphone, plus sign, hang up sign.
I think they should be able to. I checked and when it was just me, I could hear myself. Get back to the... How do we get back to the screen? Oh, I found it. Yeah. The call got put on hold?
No, we're fine. He just needs to minimize.
I don't know. We haven't
There we
heard
go.
a...
All right.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know. We haven't gotten the confirmation that they can hear us all.
Yeah, I was just watching and I could hear you
Okay.
before I added the call.
Oh, good call. All right, so we're back. And what's happened to the game? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Jyn Erso is pretty good. There's not that much spy stuff. But the ping has to be getting to him.
Does he have the effect out?
I don't
It doesn't
see
look
it.
like
This
it.
is off the table. And it also looks like his loss pile might have grown. We need to tell these guys to push their life force towards the board a little more.
Yeah. As a player, though, it's really... It throws me off to have my life force far away from me.
Well, I'll tell you one
It
thing.
hasn't been a super issue so far, the tournament. It's just this game seems to be really spread out. Or when we lost the thing, it zoomed in more. I don't know.
Well, Mike, one thing that they should do is get the playmat should have lines on it for visibility.
We've talked about this, and again, they were supposed to start the mat thing right after the NPC, and
yeah,
here we are 6 months later.
Yeah.
And I know from looking into getting mats, it doesn't take that long.
No, everything's cheap. When I actually contacted Darwin, Mike, he was like, "Yeah, it's really easy to do." So
yeah.
Unfortunately, not. Seems like not a priority.
This looks like the throne room battle here, and
so
this is a potential overflow if there's no
Yeah,
Gix.
he doesn't have one of his 3 Gix.
He's only playing 2.
He's probably burned through a couple Gix since we stopped watching, or at least one with the Chewie battle.
The gun forfeits for 3, and it's pretty hard to really put too much up.
Well, I mean, that's about it. I didn't see what the Destiny was, and we can't really see.
He could have drawn an 8 and then like probably no gift needed.
Was that just a Gick on top of the Lost pile there?
I don't think he gicked.
There's an interrupt on top of Lost.
Walkling. How did that happen? Walkling.
I guess
Destiny.
maybe.
That's a first.
Yeah. What does he usually start?
Does he not start? Does he? Oh, you know what? Maybe he does have the ping effect. Maybe that's the bottom card right now. Strike planning.
I was just
and maybe that's why it's sideways, meaning it's turned off because it wasn't active.
Because he wasn't at enough battle.
And Walkling is in his deck. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And he would start that against his deck because of the ping.
Yeah, Chris Kelly beat Josh Mack to go 6-1.
Okay, so Chris Kelly is in for sure. Good job, Chris.
Good guy, Chris Kelly.
Oh yes. For a Yankees fan.
True. It's going back to the standings. There's some pretty decent players here who might not make it. Like if Googlen loses this one, although he's actually looking, it's kind of hard to tell. But Googlen, Greg, Fred.
I mean, as far as Invasion goes, he's looking pretty good. It's also the end of his turn, but
yeah, I mean, right now there's 1 damage being threatened from.
But like I'm not looking at the screen right now, and I'm looking at Matt Carulli is not someone who's usually at the top. Chris, not usually. I guess Shaw's X2, Hade's X2, but like there's a world that like Hade doesn't make it, Shaw doesn't make it, Googlen doesn't make it, Fred doesn't make it, Kessling doesn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, that's pretty much the players we were expecting, aside from Reed, who's doing as
you had to predict like Reed and Hade at the top, and then like the next tier would be like Greg and Fred and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
I talked to Fred a little on Facebook, and he said he hasn't played at all. Typical Fred, like I'm going to go to an event but not actually test.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware that he was going to be here.
I thought you were going to say I wasn't even aware that you could test for an event.
No, I don't really specifically test for an event. I just like playing the game and we'll play some games, you know.
Oh, good God! I just like to play.
It's true.
I just like to have fun.
I do.
Oh boy. Oh whoa. Uh-oh.
Oh whoa.
That was
pretty insane.
That was just pretty quick. Just
now, if he has 2 8s, and this deck, does it play a Hujix?
It's a good question. I'm not sure.
Might not.
We can find.
I'm checking.
Yep. But also, Ray, it's not that easy to overflow Ray.
Plays 2 Hujix.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you're putting like Torn Far along his side.
I think I just saw Hujix in the hand as well, so I think he's okay.
Now, what do you guys think about if Chris went next turn? Like he doesn't have any spies, but they say he did, and he went like spy to both those sites, those Twixes. That could be a way that he's able to get some damage in, and like Justin might not have guys to go fight those Twixes.
Oh, I would love that. And if he does, you just decline and stick those guys there. Because he only has so many guys, he's counting on losing them.
He's got 2 of those big droids out and OO.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Even if he had 1 spy.
Hold on.
Well,
did
he not fight?
Why is Googlen activating? He must not have battled.
This is a weird one, man. I guess he's thinking he wants to keep OO out, and then he can literally like he can make him do 0 damage because look, he can go he can reduce the Naboo drain with both the drains with Teihao. Or maybe it seems like he's losing cards though. Oh, Chandrilla's Parsec 4.
Is he not Teihaoing?
He's just not Teihaoing. It also could be the case that like Justin the moment is getting a little big for him.
Maybe that's not Teihao. I could have sworn that was Teihao on the Blockade flagship.
It didn't look like it to me. It looked like OOM, but you were insistent that it was Teihao.
You're right, because it's Dalti Dauphin, and it's something that's not 2 words. So.
Oh yeah, maybe it's not Teihao.
So this is a lot of space damage. So this is how you get the deck. I mean, if they don't have Teihao, you just hit him.
Yeah.
Which makes it stranger that he didn't try to beat down Ray though.
But Googlen has a bunch of spies. He has Leia. He has Jyn Erso. He has Corrin. He has Blount.
Lieutenant Blount.
That's a bunch of spies.
There's Corn, but going to a battleground.
Yeah, I'd love. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like Justin might just not have guys. I mean, think about it. He's at 4 different battlegrounds, and he can move right to the. He can move right to the right. Yeah, and exactly what he's doing now, and then
Right.
do the little.
Yeah, it's the same strategy. Only if if they're able to clear.
And his
The light side flare off still activates the ping. It's still a battleground to drain at.
And he's
So
got,
I do like your idea of going to the non-battlegrounds more.
Yeah, and if he kills Corrin, he can just move over and block Padme's drain.
But I'll tell you, without Teihao, if there's an Alderaanian at both places.
Yeah, and so I was about to...
that's a lot of damage in space. That I think
I don't think we see Bale out. It's hard to tell.
There's 2 guys sideways on the Tana.
Bale's on the Tana since very early.
Bale. What was he? Okay.
From him and Mon Mothma are on the Tana.
They're sideways. There's no other passengers that would be on the Tana.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think Chris is going to win this one pretty easily.
I think so too.
Now he seems like he's turned the corner.
But
that is one thing.
How much life is left? He only has a few life, and it's really impossible to tell how much Justin has.
He's got a pretty big hand.
He's got a huge hand. And the other thing too, Mike, is like you're forgetting that Justin's hand might just be like 5 blasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, why'd you lose the might? That was foolish. You did it for a reason.
I mean, he's got a lot of dead-looking cards in that hand.
Yeah, and he tracked the might and with the 2 on top. Oh well. So as expected, another droid comes down to kill Padme, just like in the movies.
At the throne room.
She's dying and he's not battling. This is bizarre. Don't understand.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't fear the reciprocity from the light side.
Because what if he has like an EVP Obi-Wan right now? Is like pretty good,
right?
How is Justin winning this game? Like, what's his?
Yeah, he keeps trying to block the drains. He doesn't have Teihao. He's just losing 4 in space. Like,
and he's not
even.
Yeah.
He's playing not to lose.
Yeah, but he's not doing any damage himself.
Yeah, he's not playing to win. He's playing not to lose. That's the definition of that phrase, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of reinforcing that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pedal it back, boys. Pedal it back.
So Googlin's gonna probably be 5-2. EV.
Whoa.
Get your cake.
So
Googlin doesn't have that much left.
Yeah, probably like 11 life force or so.
Oh, Teihao is out. So
what? It was Teihao.
What is going on? So maybe it's the case that Justin has a lot of cards left, and he's actually trying to just maintain like a lock with the ping effect. So what is the deal with this ping effect?
I think it's not active because of the... It depends on what Chancellor you have is on the table after all. I think it must be. Otherwise...
I'll tell you what, I would not... If I was Justin, I would move to Tatooine, maybe?
Well, then he can't reduce the Chandrilla drain.
Yeah, true. But Battle Plan just seems pretty big. Oh, man, there's so many guys out.
So that was Teihao the whole time?
Apparently. So I don't know why he didn't Teihao last turn.
You had 2 pairs of gloves
the entire time? I was thinking the exact same thing.
We've been friends very much. Oh, that's interesting. Naboo.
With the Bray Hope and was that Poe?
You know, I'll tell you one thing. What would be a wild card right now would be like whatever the guy that flips Invasion to like flip. Oh, you need to control though, right?
Yeah, you need to control.
He could play that guy, fight there first, kill Padme, flip, and then like fight at a bunch of places. And if he's making those interrupts go out of play, because I think Googlin's deck is 45 guys, so there's probably not many interrupts.
But it looks like most of those guys are on the table, so there's...
At the beginning of the game, I thought it was cool that Karuli was not flipping early and not making himself like fight it out in the throne room. But now, like he needed to eventually flip,
He doesn't
And
have that many Remodians in the deck.
no, I know. The
one
deck
thing
doesn't
that-
play a lot, but
One thing that Steve does with this deck pretty well is he'll put like multiple droids and like a gun in space,
yeah,
So
I
he-
mentioned that early.
so he can
Yeah.
forfeit. And like, if you're drawing 2 destinies in space, and you forfeit like a gun used and like stack a guy in droid racks, pretty sweet.
Yeah, you can forfeit multiple guns in the same battle, right? It's each of them can forfeit one.
Yeah, and like
Yep.
with Justice and like or close call. Well, not but or close call. That thing can get.
You would think that with playing 12 that you would want to play multiple. I mean, and that's why the laser cannon battery's there too, right?
Yeah,
For-
he can move
for 30.
over and like take the laser cannon battery off of the thing. He can't play as a react, but like then the next turn he gets to potentially shoot the Tana. Well, not shoot the Tana, but
The Bright Hope.
Yeah, how is like not shooting all these ships down priority 1?
well, Bale stops the shot, which makes 0 sense on the Tana. Hey, if Bale,
I'm not complaining about it.
if Bale was on the ship, the Devastator would have had no effect.
I mean, Bale was on Alderaan.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. It's like he is the senator, and they're like he's like untouchable.
He's got diplomatic immunity in a different way.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
why didn't he stop the super laser if he's that strong against lasers?
was
He
Bale
tried-
the king? He must be the king.
Oh my god. Yes, he is King Tom. You're right. He's king.
Well, yeah, Leia was a princess, so I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Bale
he's
was
king. He's king.
Okay. I couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic or not.
No, it's him and King Arthur. He's married to King Arthur. There's 2 kings.
Okay.
You hungry? You want some macaroni and cheese?
He has a good claim on the Iron Throne.
Take some mac.
Mac and cheese, sure.
I'm into it.
What type of mac and cheese is best? While we have some downtime. Are we easy mac or are we like $30 lobster mac? Lobster mac.
The lobster.
Oh,
Have those. We just get the giant pack of Annie's organic from BJ's.
you don't remember I made a post on the forums about my mac and cheese recipe?
Yeah,
I do randomly, which is strange. I remember that.
I don't. But what's the recipe?
You have like a can of cream of mushroom soup. You add that, like, fill the can about 3/4 full of milk.
Okay, I'm bored. All right. So we
Game
did
back-
a
Game back
that-
on. All right.
The thing that people were making fun of me for was I
So
said great
Pac-Man-
cheese for about a minute.
We have the blaster droids, and we're gonna fight. Do we finally have a fight?
Maybe. I don't even know where the fight would be.
All right, Matt Scott goes to 5 and 2. Cal goes to 3 and 4. Vic goes to 4 and 3. Fred falls to 3 and 4.
Oh, Fred. Poor Fred.
Okay, looks like Cornhorn is biting the dust. Or Cornhorn is hit. There's so much extra battle destiny here that there's no way Cornhorn is actually taking battle damage.
Yeah, and I think that I think
it's
that
retrieve for this.
it's like what Invasion needs to do, but it can't do it. Needs to sneak in little extras, and it can't because of the objective. So the flip was pretty huge.
Yeah, it looks like he did not get to retrieve for that, so
You measuring, Jacob? It's right there.
Also only have about 10 minutes left in the round.
okay. This
Thank
game
you.
might be going to time.
Yeah, and I suppose Invasion can sometimes grind things out.
It's really tough to get them to lose force. I mean, he's still got OO out. He does have Tao if he ever wants to use it.
He did
Dodge.
last turn.
And no firepower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna be pinched with like Tehao and having to take these droids back off the thing.
That's another thing we talked about at the beginning of the game. Just this deck really needs to use its force.
Yeah, it's very hungry for force.
You can watch it, Jacob.
That's why it kind of makes sense maybe not to battle, just like put guys in front of their guys as the light side player and just make them do everything on their turn.
Robbie says that Matt Caruli is playing Coruscant CRB. So it's likely they're just playing the same match. They're playing the same game, the 2 same decks. Because right now they're playing Diplo versus Coruscant.
If you talk to Robbie, find out what their ground package is. I don't. He mentioned Vader in space, and I thought that it's a pretty good Lord Vader deck with that thing.
This is round 7, yeah. So they'll play each other again, most likely.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, or Chris Kelly.
Yeah, I guess they're all 6-1.
Well, one of them's 7-0, and one of them's 6 and 2
Yeah.
6-1.
Yeah. What did Chris Kelly play this round? Though? Chris Kelly played dark, so he'd have to play light. So it would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be versus Reed, and then we wouldn't get it on camera because Reed's playing light right now.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll give you options. Bob the Builder, Curious George, or Daniel Tiger.
I mean, at this point, though, a 6-1 game at camera,
Ready?
you want to win an end game for the last one. There's not
True.
as much drama between two guys who've already made it.
Good point. So we want 2 people who are 2 people who are X2.
Probably X2, yeah. Because the
The loser-
X3s aren't too likely to be the ones of the
The
5
loser
that
might
make
still
it.
get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This one.
Yeah, it's with like the 30-person events, there's much less drama. Like at Worlds, you want the X2s because, you know, that's the true winning game. But here, between a couple 5-2s, you might just have both players making it.
But this one right here is pretty much
Yeah, this is pretty close to a win in then.
not winning in, but
Win
losing
to stay
out.
alive.
Losing out. Yeah.
Yeah. But possibly winning now. Although the 5 and 3s that make it are probably not 4 and 2 before they go 5 and 2. And it's not like a hard and fast rule, but it's like less likely.
Does this deck play a Harvest? That'd be a pretty big blowout.
I think it does. Some of them do, which I've gotten people multiple times by just having Stormtrooper on Tatooines,
Yeah, I know.
and they
Crazy
try to
stuff.
harvest. And I say no.
What do they say?
And they say okay. Or they're like, oh, wait, let me read the card. Because it's not even on Harvest, it's on Owen and Baru.
Yeah.
I mentioned this to Mike earlier, but did you know that Owen and Baru cannot dodge to react away from a battle?
Yeah, they're always together.
Yeah. Oh, you were listening. Or you knew that?
Did he try and dodge with Onenbrew? I had to step away.
No, there was a revelation just from the someone posted it as a bug on the Jump forums. And hey,
Were they able to dodge or not?
No, the Jump was coded correctly. A lot of
Nice.
times when you think you find a Jump bug, it turns out you just didn't know the
Yeah.
rules. And that's happened to me a few times.
Jump's pretty great.
Yeah. Like one time I reacted with a ATST and flipped the objective as I'm like passing through the empty site. And that's because it's just at that site for a second. It controls the site, flips the objective, and then moves
Interesting.
along its way.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, that's pretty relevant gameplay implications at times.
Oh, look, if it's with something else. Huh. Yeah. Chris seems like he's got a lot of cards left.
Looks like he's got under 10 in his life force, not including his hand. No.
You didn't like the spiral play, huh?
I didn't like Eevee stomping on my sunglasses.
Oh. Jacob's excited for Eevee, the visit to Eevee tomorrow.
Yeah, the lake is a blast, so they should really love it.
So with this Battle Destiny, how much are we adding? Is it possible to clear the Blockade flagship here?
He's adding like
5.
6.
11? Yeah.
Yeah, this might just be it.
Bye-bye
Wow.
Blockade flagship, bye-bye
It's,
Teihao.
yeah, it's 2 destinies too, because it's Poe. So geez,
Oh, yeah,
This
way
is-
clears.
This is
Wait, no,
gross.
he used Justice, so it should just be 1 Destiny.
Cheater.
Right?
Let's see.
Because there was
Oh,
the
no.
laser cannon
No,
battery on the
That's the
Justice.
Bright Hope. That's the Bright Hope
Oh, the
subtraction.
Bright Hope Destiny, of course.
that excited phrase by me got a look from my wife of, oh my god.
Yeah, so
There goes the blockade collection.
gonna be pretty tough for Invasion to do anything. Gogolin retrieves the force there for winning the battle, and yeah,
Yeah. So as long as this game doesn't go to time, I think Chris Gogolin has it.
And he might even have it anyway. I mean, he's gonna get another turn after this, or it's gonna be a ton of damage.
Yeah, it will be a ton of damage this coming turn.
well, is it? Yeah, I guess he's got the Naboo drain now. So 1,
Yeah, so he's doing 6 in space right now.
6 upstairs, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
And like Justin's next turn is what? Spend 6 to drain for 3,
ping for 1.
ping for 1. It's not that good. Yeah, you can tell Chris is excited.
I wonder if Justin is if he's not activating because he's stalling here.
Yeah, I just don't
there
think
he
that's
goes.
really gonna be.
I mean, it's close. We got the 14-minute call.
That's a lot. He activated like 10, looks like just now.
Yeah, like
He's
exactly.
still got a
14
decent
minutes
reserve
ago.
pick.
Yeah, he's still got a lot.
So
He's trying
that's
to-
4
he's
in
trying to
reserve. So
get
I
it.
think he's got 16 in the life force.
Yeah,
So
he's
Chris,
trying to-
we think maybe has 11.
Oh,
This is gonna
Reed's playing Throne Room, not Diplo. So
This is going to be close if it's only 1 more turn cycle. If it's 2 more turn cycles, I think Chris has it for sure.
Yeah, so he can block. He can block all the ground drains.
Yeah.
And the other thing that can happen is he can send stuff used. Like he can send his guns used. So any battle, he can send
Yeah.
stuff used. But it's weird because Chris can retrieve. It's so really weird. Man, limited resources right here would be wild.
Reed 1.
Read 1. Okay, so read
Yeah.
it 7-0.
This is kind of insane right now.
Gogolin chose to keep 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
Probably the Hoojiks.
Okay, there goes the
This is
Hoojus.
sad, yeah.
And the 1. So yeah, he does have the what chance do we have starting because he just lost the 1.
Yeah, but it looks like he lost 4 force total, no?
It looked like he lost.
Oh yeah, because it's a drain of 2, a drain of 1, and a ping of 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I missed that they had played the hallway there,
Yeah.
the generator core or whatever.
Those are some good destinies in reserve for Curly.
He's not going to lose anything. Oh, that's big.
P59 causing more force loss.
That's actually insane because
And Chris doesn't have any force to retrieve with this battle, so
that's big. Chris is going to be crushed. Lose 2.
Flip 2.
Destiny. Can't retrieve.
this is close. And I think he still gets there if he has enough time.
Does he have
Maybe.
to peel? Does Karuli have to peel here? What is it? +1 for each occupied site?
Yeah, by a rebel.
12,
It isn't 4.
9,
So he's got 1, 2.
I think it
He
might be
only
a
has
couple.
3 of those. No, he is only adding 3 to his total battle destiny right now.
4, right? Because Jin counts herself.
Oh, true. 4. Yeah.
That was 13, 2,
9.
8.
Yeah, but
I think
that
he
was
should have
an
maybe
8.
had to peel 1, but I don't know.
Yeah.
No, he drew an 8 for Destiny, so there's 13 to 12. Or +2 for Naboo. But either way, yeah, I think he's okay.
This would be a weird one if time is. So do you know what the time is or no? So it has very few cards.
At-
though.
At
It's like-
6:47, they said 14 minutes left in the round. But usually, sometimes the feature has an extension.
Yeah. So this is probably time been called. Do we have
Yeah, he's
anything?
doing 6 damage.
6. Yeah, that is it. And
But he can-
like 8 life force. I don't think he gets there.
Yeah, because Justin had a lot of cards. And he's still got 2 in hand, so that says that he doesn't fear dropping too low.
Hmm. Well, he hasn't finished losing all of his force yet, I don't think. Maybe he just lost his hand cards.
Good destinies.
Mm.
6-6-3-5.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know
you
what
can
that
try to
accomplishment is.
overflow the battle droid.
He has no hand,
He battles with Luke, gets a
And the
forfeit
dro-
0.
but the gun goes used.
Yeah, and the droids, they're presumably drawing. I mean, you have to. I mean, you don't have other options.
He's
Those
fighting
are
and
the
he's gonna hope
plays.
to do it, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Right, I agree.
Although
I don't
maybe
think
he's
Padme
gonna-
ever does it, which is weird that he's battling with Padme.
I think he's just trying to win a battle and
Retrieve.
retrieve,
Yeah.
but doesn't seem. That's an 8. 12. Let's see. 3.
Or
1,
5.
2, 7. I don't even think he won that battle.
He gets +2 for Naboo, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He might not remember the Naboo thing.
Yeah, because I think he should have won the battle.
Yeah, I think he forgot.
And
But now if he retrieves, he can't move in front of OO anyway.
Yeah.
It's 8s. Both players drew an 8.
Yeah, so no overflow here either.
He gets to retrieve the 1.
Okay, so I guess no overflow.
Oh, he
because gets
subtracted. He subtracted 1. Oh, he imbalanced to make him lose a force. That's kind of funny.
Oh. But the droid goes used.
I'd
and
imagine that's Chris's concession.
Yeah, I think Justin ends up winning on time there.
That is kind of unfortunate because Chris was doing 6 a turn.
Yeah, I
Was
feel
doing
like
1, 2 a turn.
I mean, had it extended more, I think Chris wins that. But I mean, sometimes I've played matches where I knew I couldn't ever win had it gone to time, and at that point you treat time as your win condition, and you just play in a way to make sure the game goes to time. You don't stall, but you know.
Yeah,
I've mitigate damage, stuff like that. You've never experienced this.
I've had one time game in my life.
One time game ever. Interesting.
Yeah.
When was that?
It was against Aaron Nelson, and time was called on my turn as light side, and like, oh no, it wasn't time that was called. Someone was like 45 seconds, and it was like my control phase, and I was like, I honestly probably would have played this turn in less than 45 seconds, but like now I'm not gonna. So I technically was stalling, but I still like played really fast.
And what was the result? Did you end up, you won?
Yeah, I won. But if he had had another turn, and I had had another turn, I might have lost. I think there should be a full turn cycle after time is called.
We tried that. I mean, that was my original thought too, and everyone hated it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that you can see it as a light player and be like, oh, this is my next to last turn. This is the turn's going to end on my next turn, and I'm just going to win.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, because also, like, what if the time can get called where, and in such a way that only one player will know that it's the last turn of the game. You know, exactly. Like Dark will prepare to take another turn and play, you know, maybe draw some cards into their hand, and then, oh wait, no, it's the last turn of the game. Sorry, those cards that you're preparing to use for the rest of the game. No thing.
Do you guys want to go over these preview cards? It's our last gap.
Actually, I mean, I need to make dinner actually, so.
Mac and cheese.
Not tonight. We'll make something easy, probably spaghetti and something. All right. Well, anyway, I gotta take this break. But yeah, we should talk about it.
Justin, are you on? Is anyone on? Is the stream still frozen? Nope. Man, that loader TCG OTSD kind of has me aroused. All right, we got friend of the stream here, Greg Shaw, playing Jakku Mains. And looks like TTO, I'm guessing Matt Scott. Nope, Andy Wexler, Wexton.
Evie, stop. Mommy's trying to cook dinner.
All right. Looks like combat response. Establish order IAO. Maybe this isn't no, this can't be. So it's just EOPS space. It's like my father before me walking, and looks like battle plan draw their fire. I think that's what he started earlier. Don't know 100%.
Jacob, remember we said we're going upstairs.
Oh, I think we're ready for a night. Evie, I'm trying to cook dinner, and you are doing the opposite of helping. No.
All right, so I just got Andy's Dark, so let me see what is the deal with this thing. It is
You know what time it is, Evie?
It's got all powered weapons, Imperial Artillery, Tempest Scout 3, Tarkin, Sinar Fleet Systems, a Dreadnought class, another all powered weapons, Flawless Marksmanship, I can't shake him, another Dreadnought, 2 cannons, Mienda. I don't really know what to make of this. Yeah, just don't know what to say about this one. Heavy space. Yeah, I'm distracted really hard to find those deluxe starter decks for Lord of the Rings. Would love to find one of those. How much is that anthology? Only 20 or best offer? Shipping's 20 though.
Good?
All right, I'll be really interested to see how this one plays out. So we get Endor Shields out of the Endor ups here. Looks like he also played, gotta mention that's Wakamui. Haven't seen that card in a while. Tough to recognize. I mean, as a card, I like Signar Fleet Systems, that's for sure. Plays Scythe 3, Onyx 2, Black 2, DS612. Plays Tempest Scouts. Lieutenant Helpsley, Image of the Dark Lord. Like, is he flipping?
Are you writing it down?
It's really hard to flip since the reset. I can't imagine he is. Don't see any of the stuff you need, so. This is just hold the docking bay, hold space.
So, Mike, this is the guy you lost with the NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Played this deck at Worlds. Like, his team played it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the Admiral's orders pulls Tempest Scout 2,
Yep.
and it goes down for like, I think it might go down for free because it's like some random Endor text.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just stacks like guys on that. I think might be these 2 guys. And then it does like the Scythe thing with like ominous rumors and moving around. I think it might even play a Dreadnought. And
Plays
it
2
hopes to-
Dreadnoughts, yeah.
It hopes to like move around and shoot things and play artillery. I played against it at Worlds, and I had 2 Theronets in my deck.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of impossible for him to win because I just put Theronet on like a ship, and I had Luke on the ground, and I eventually killed the ATST, and he like did no damage.
Right.
But I'm not sure that Shaw plays any cards like that.
You don't think he plays any Theronets?
I'm not sure.
Well, I can tell you right now.
The Jacko that I played at NPC only played 2 of the interrupt that cancels the weapon groups. Only,
Which one? That's Keep Your Eyes Open. That's
Yep.
That's what Shaw has. He does not have any Theronet.
So this could be bad. Yeah, that's the Admiral's order. So I think the concept is that it pulls everything, except for like your Dreadnoughts.
Right. He also plays Fighters Coming In, which is another Admiral's order.
Yeah, it's like you get the first one to pull, and then you get the second one to get the extra drain. But the Jacko is like so efficient.
Right.
It could be the case that like, and he also has Wisa, and the home one has armor 8, so that is pretty busted.
This dude in the bottom had a Lord of the Rings OTST box, the Elvish one, which I forgot existed. Looked sick.
Did you buy it?
No, I mean he had it on the table right here.
Oh, I see.
And I went on eBay, but I can only find an empty Urkai and an empty Shire for 15 plus $6 shipping, which I might still do. But I really would have liked that Elvish one.
Can you dump those into the bin?
Long day for you, huh, Mike?
Yeah. This was not my favorite thing to do. Pretty sure Meg wants to stab me, and like I got a couple breaks. I like took half a round off so I could go to the dump, but other than that, it's been
a
Yeah.
long Saturday.
pretty shitty just sitting in front of the computer.
Well, luckily you got like 60 days off. Jacob, you don't
Yeah.
need man. You don't have any stuff for a Band-Aid. You want a race car Band-Aid? Yeah, those are pretty sweet.
Right now, if we cut after 7 rounds, it's Reed Carulli, Chris Cully, Matt Scott, Lenny Rubin, Tom Haid, Justin Curley, Trevor Partridge. So there's a lot of bubble games here.
He'd rallied, huh?
Yeah, 1 and 2 to rattle, and then 5 off. Rattled 5 in a row. All right, take over for a second.
Yep. So, Greg searching for something. Not much has happened so far. It could be the thing where he's thinking about if he wants to play Ray to get a Twix, trying to check what's in his force pile. He might not have drawn any Twix pullers. I know that he cut a Speak, so he's down to 4 and 2. Shaw says he's thinking about doing something to make Justin mad. Yeah, he's going to play the Ray to the hut.
Head upstairs and make sure you have the buttons.
Which is not what you want to do.
This is Shaw's turn 2 still.
I think it's his turn 1. I'm not
Okay.
totally sure, but I think he's debating if he's going to play Ray to the hut, because I think he got a bad opening hand.
Yeah.
But he decided against it.
No, he's just drawing.
Looks like he drew into a Speak. He's drawing a lot. The game seems like it's kind of slow.
Shaw just said in the chat, like Robbie said, Shaw says that he's thinking about doing something to make Justin mad. I imagine that's drawing up his entire force pile turn 1.
Well, or playing Ray to the hut.
Yeah.
But it might have actually been the right call. Now, the interesting thing is if he had played Ray to search his use pile, the Speak was the second to last card drawn, which literally would have been the only card he didn't have access to with
Right.
Ray. So it actually would have been a blowout. Because he would have been able to tunnel everything but 2, and then he could have drawn the bottom one. So it literally would have been the only card there.
Yeah, that sucks.
But so it kind of worked out, I guess. Now, the other thing is, does Greg play Chewy to shoot this ATST?
Does he play it in his list? I gave Eve my phone, so I can't see the
I
text
feel like he
anymore.
does. I think most people do.
Did Tom just leave? He just abandoned us?
He just went and got macaroni and cheese.
A wise choice. Because Tom
Well,
has the
not-
texts also.
Not the way that he was describing it. I mean, cream of mushroom soup.
Mushroom soup, no
With
thanks.
it was yeah. That's not good. Lobster mac. So DS612 goes to Endor? Wakumli?
I don't know why. Where's Sinar Fleet Systems?
Yeah, presumably he has it, right?
I mean, is there a way to pull it?
No, probably just like accelerates and bridges. It's not a bad platform actually. If you think about it, he can get Wakumli and accelerates and get the thing and only give up one icon.
Yeah, I mean, I
Get
don't.
random retrieval. This isn't a bad platform. I think
I never hate Signar Fleet Systems. That's for sure.
Yeah, and he like starts a system so it doesn't like get blown up by not having a system to do stuff with. I think that the Blizzard or the Tempest 2 thing is perhaps a little flimsy, and he could play like actually like real cards. But the tie thing seems actually surprisingly solid.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if like we looked at the 2010 deck that we played on day 3. Like, I bet there's similarities. It's just this: you had the broken deploy. You were able
the
to
squadron thing.
Yeah, deploy the squadron for free.
Oh man, but that would be good still though. You could still play that squadron and retrieve 3. It wouldn't be free.
Yeah, you don't get to download it.
Oh yeah. Remember Choose Tech with the.
Yeah, he blew me out. Didn't tell us about it. Thanks, Chew. Chew's on. Chew's listening. He's in the stream.
Is he really?
He responded to Shaw, says he's thinking about doing something to make just.
Let's get him in the call.
Sorry, dude.
Adam.
He might be in like another country.
Does that interfere with Skype? Actually, it might. I don't even
Probably
know.
does. He's in China. I don't think you can Skype to China. But he might not be in China. He might be back. I don't know. He was in China.
Was he performing there?
I don't know, man. I don't keep track of that shit.
I
He's just like, hey, I'm in China.
I did see that. Yeah.
And then we have to like pause our Worlds prep.
He's like, hey, I'm in China. Are you here?
Actually, he doesn't really pause our Worlds prep. He actually has more time because he's like, I have a 20-hour plane ride. Here's
My
this deck
family's
list.
not here, so I can just mono.
Exactly. That is the true thing. Hey, man, I'm going to be in this town in a hotel alone. You want to get 20 hours of games in a row?
Hold on, dude. I'll be back in 2 hours. I just gotta play some music for a couple hours.
Hey, dude, I got this dark deal. It's pretty great.
True story. So Shaw's missing with Speak. This game is just not.
He's playing Speak, but he played the JCC's out. I think he's just
Oh, okay.
looking.
He must have. Because you can actually play
Oh,
and
okay,
use
yeah.
if it's on the table.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, if he has a barrier canceller and he grabs the barrier, I think this guy's pretty much like he's probably a younger guy. He's like, I probably have 2 barriers. If he has like a barrier canceller and like decent, although he's not activating like anything. What did he activate this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez. Yeah, not ideal. But neither player is really doing too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Interesting that we got the battle deployment pull
8,
and it being played, but no walker.
9, 10.
Like he didn't pull a combat vehicle.
It's kind of cool. He does maw points, non-V, and just gets basically that's just a Twix. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Bless you, hon.
Now, if I was Shaw in this situation, I would like draw 1 because I think it puts the dude in a really weird place next turn.
Yeah, save a lot of force. Either he attacks space or he attacks ground, and he doesn't know which one. So
Or
he has to be worried about both.
like get a spot, yeah, because like he can take 2. He can take a drain of 2. That's not a big deal. Now he's probably going to be stupid and like play Qui-Gon, but maybe not.
Draws 1. Let's see if he stops here. Draws 2.
Okay, we'll take it.
I think he stops here. After
Sure.
And he's
Rebel
got about a
leadership.
30 card hand.
Okay, so he's almost good. He almost did the right thing.
I mean, the first draw was Boss Snatch or Battle Planes.
Battle planes.
I don't hate drawing another card.
Yeah, Tom, against you when we played at the MPC,
Mhm.
I played 4 Weeses and I didn't see one, and I had Boss Nass Chambers and the JCC or the Battle Planes were like just randomly in my deck most of that game. I think I pulled one like late in the game,
Yeah.
but it was weird. It was weird to like have 2 zeros when I was verifying and stuff.
And even still, that game was. That was as much as I've been blown out in many years.
Yeah, that was a slaughter.
And I mean, the other match was even worse for me. So
Yeah, I like felt like I was gonna blow it at that in that match, but like at the end, I just set up the lock.
yeah, at that point, not much to do for me.
But my hand that game, the second game was weird. It was like 2 chief bass, 2 mauls, 2 maul ships. It was like a weird, it's a weird one.
You did play it really weird, didn't you? Like you
played it.
landed the ship
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing. But I played like a round choke, like way too defensively. Like I could have moved to Tatooine with
Yeah.
Bosk and like Vader on turn 4 or 3, and I just didn't. I was like, oh, I'll just hang out at Endor.
I can't remember if I played choke. I think I did have. I had choke at one point in my deck, but I think I took it out. I think I had it for European Championships, and then Emil switches away from the Bosk package to the Star Destroyers package, and I felt silly.
So that felt silly, yeah. So this is kind of a cool part of this deck. It plays Onyx 1, who pulls a cannon,
Mhm.
and it can redeploy the cannon. One of Mike's favorite mechanics in Star Wars CCG is redeploying weapons.
I do
And
like it.
it can redeploy the weapon to eventually get it on the
Scythe 1.
Scythe 1. So this is pretty cool. And this, I know this deck plays like multiple artilleries. The Destiny in this deck is pretty wild, if I recall.
Mm.
I played against. It actually might be this kid. I'm not sure. But I played against. No, who's the one who's the best? Who's the better kid from Minnesota?
I think Brian Mishke is probably the best one.
No, that's the kid I played. He was playing this exact deck, and I had 2 Theron Nets and 2 Chewies against his Starship Weapon ATST deck.
Yeah, that's
So yeah,
hard counter.
hard.
But yeah, Andy's not a Minnesota fellow. He's not. He's probably about your guys' age, I'd say, if I had to.
This deck, I mean, this is what the deck wants to do. It wants to stack hard. It wants to move to the Endor docking bay and just basically be like, all right, I'm going to drain for 3.
I'm surprised he hasn't thrown in or gone to the Endor docking bay yet. Just get a walker going and.
Yeah, I think the deck
on it.
plays like Blizzard 4s and Tempest Scout 2, and that's it. Like it doesn't play that many.
Oh yeah.
Now, does Greg have a spy? Spy, sorry, but the mess would be pretty good.
Tom has the list in the text. I don't have my phone.
No, there's spies in the deck. I'm talking about.
Oh, in his hand. I mean, he's got half his deck in his hand.
Yeah, I actually don't have my phone either. I'm still eating. Hopefully you can't hear that.
Cream of mac and cheese?
No, just simple spaghetti. Chicken and peppers.
Wait, chicken and peppers are in the spaghetti?
Yeah.
And you're calling that simple?
I mean, you add a couple ingredients to spaghetti. You don't just have the spaghetti. It also has sauce.
What kind of sauce?
Alfredo?
Oh my. This is not simple.
But we can't. It's not like I made the Alfredo sauce.
So it's peppers?
Or jar, rather. Yeah.
And this is wild. This is the Rosemont Eops from Worlds, and he's from Illinois. Okay. Illinois is not that far away. Thanks, Wavesman 12.
Yeah. Wavesman is a Minnesota guy himself.
Hi, Minnesota.
That's Adam. That's you, Adam, right? You're Wavesman?
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed with this deck. I mean, if you look at what he's got in space, he's got, like, no one's touching that system with all power, and it's draining for 2. I feel like Shaw's probably going through the motions right now, and he's like, I don't have a spy, I don't have a ship, but what do I do? Do I just sit here and get drained? He probably should actually, like, try to get the battle plans going.
Yeah,
I don't think that he might not know this list, and the deck doesn't have too much other. It might play an EDP Maul, but it doesn't have like redundant ground stuff outside.
So you're saying he can afford to go light to the battle plans?
Yeah, or even just like if I was him, I'd go like maybe Qui-Gon with a saber and then threaten like sorry about the mess on a spy, and then he takes a drain at 2, but then he can kind of like just make all his turns about doing 2 damage no matter what.
Sure. Let's see. Do we know what space he has in his hand right now? I don't see the home one in the reserve.
Well, he started launching, so I would hope it's not in the reserve.
Okay, there you go.
Or it's on the table, at least. So.
I think you said the same thing in the earlier round with Shaw.
I probably did.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he pulled home one immediately.
I think like the way that Shaw's playing this deck
Go ahead. I'll tell the story after.
is not good for Shaw. Like I feel like he's figuring out that he's kind of stumped right now, and he might have to just draw again.
How much longer should they?
10 minutes.
Alright, I might just eat.
You can tell me. Yeah. Earlier today, Shaw flipped one off the top, and then went and searched for the home one. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was a little bit dangerous.
His thought process was like, "Oh shit! What if that was home one? Let me go get home one."
What is the other effect this guy started? Did he start? Oh, IO. Okay.
Yeah, it's just regular IO.
Is it a non-virtual combat response or is it virtual? Is he Talon rolling?
I think it's virtual. I also think
I didn't see a Talonol.
so kind of weird. I think he plays one pilot that IO affects, which is awesome.
Oh, really?
And it's just like maybe he's done the math and like understands why forfeit 6 is matters versus forfeit 5. Still, pretty shield pull.
No, there's DS61 too on the black too.
Oh, okay, good point. That guy too.
And he has Meanda too, right? Meanda counts.
Okay, so I just said something completely wrong. All right.
I mean, not that you want to forfeit me, but I mean, if you have to.
Well, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's
better to
not-
have more forfeit. Yeah.
Right.
It's the Meanda deck. Kind of cool.
So I did find some loader deluxe starters sealed on eBay finally. Had to do some creative searching, and they're $20 a pop.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the auction. Just sort of need to talk myself into it.
The money you get for covering all day today, you should use some of that to.
Yeah, if Tom gets me the money. Tom was like the go-between.
not
Tom,
paying.
you're my agent though. You're the one who asked me to do this, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
assuming that you took care of everything.
I can't believe they didn't reach out to you. I thought.
Oh, this is
No.
awkward.
Well, you just need to make sure I get my money.
Okay. All right.
And they can pay me in sealed loader deluxe starters if they have any.
I'll let them know.
Okay.
Or you. I mean, it's not like
Nope, you're on it.
nothing's preventing you from reaching out to that.
I don't even know who to reach out to, so why don't you just handle it and get back to me? Thanks.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Imperial Artillery played. Greg choosing not to grab it is a questionable move.
What is he saving the grabber for?
All power?
Maybe short range.
Short range.
I don't know about that. Yeah, because he's probably at this point more afraid of short range lost. And
Probably all power.
yeah,
Is Greg familiar with this list? Like, if I wouldn't have known. Like, you said you played it at Worlds, so you have a lot of insight there. Like, Tom, did you know what this list was?
I have a good idea because I've played a few games against it. It's a good deck.
Yeah, this
Alright,
deck
so
actually
there's-
seems really cool.
There's SFS.
But usually you see like the docking bay, the Endor docking bay occupied turn, like they go to both battlegrounds turn one and threaten a lot of damage really fast. Right now he's giving Greg a lot of time.
Really? The guy didn't play it like that against me. He did. It was maybe a little faster, but he didn't do it like turn one vomit. He went. I mean, I was playing Watcher Step, which gets a lot of force too, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, and I think of these main style decks can hit hard. So, to go quick and not have anything to do the next turn, is very precarious.
I think the deck also plays like multiple tramples and like
yeah, we
sevens
just
as
saw
well.
Trample, yeah.
So like that's pretty cool. I don't know if it plays. It plays Choke Vader. Like it plays some cool stuff. And the Destiny's insane. Like the numbers, like probably in the 30s. Is there much anger in him?
I couldn't tell. The Destiny doesn't look that good. It's really good.
That's what I remember.
It's got like Vader's floating around.
I mean,
You have to have that.
I mean, who plays ones? Not me.
like, but does it even play Maul? I didn't see
I don't-
Maul. I don't know why you wouldn't play Maul.
Probably plays
Maybe he
one.
has no kick or something. Especially since he can play a Maul ship. So he might go for the blowout me and shoot the home one, knowing that Greg doesn't have Wisa. Greg probably getting a little nervous right now
I mean, how does he know Greg doesn't have Wisa?
because he would have played it.
Oh, the Boston National Champions isn't out. Yep, he would have.
Keep up, Tom.
I'm still leading.
Yeah, and Greg like really kind of screwing up, not playing the Coward Shield. Gets
So
to retreat.
Wavesman's continuing to respond to our comments of the deck. He says you usually don't do the turn one thing versus mains.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Or he could have just missed the pull on the Tempest. So, but I mean, he plays 2 and 3.
Yeah, but it's like turn 3 by now. You would have thought he'd have moved out at some point.
It's actually pretty cool that he has the one Blizzard. He has the one Vader, and then he can pull it with Blizzard 4.
Mm-hmm.
and
I think
choke
he
from
I think I
inside.
saw 2 Vaders.
Yeah, you can choke from inside Blizzard 4.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean,
The
he's
wording.
fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, it makes sense that you can do that actually.
Yeah, the first time we saw him choke, it was through a video screen. So
Yeah, but he has the
Yeah, great point, Tom.
he has the AO on table, Wavesman. That is not the first time we saw him choke,
Yeah,
but it is the
physical
first
choke.
time he used the Force to choke.
well, no, we did see him choke Mahdi with the Force.
Yeah, and Captain Antilles, bro.
Captain Antilles, he physically
Was-
choked, is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
He chokes a lot of people.
But
he
yeah,
didn't-
he
but he
did
didn't
he
kill
did
Mahdi.
choke. He did choke Mahdi, right?
He probably drew like Destiny 3 when he was trying to choke Mahdi.
So
Honestly.
it's actually pretty interesting, but like, so Greg didn't grab artillery, and now has Skype with a gun in front of him, so he can like just think about. Oh, yeah, I thought that happened. He paid to retrieve, but didn't actually retrieve.
Gotcha.
I remember seeing that. Now, will he remember that the gun cost 1, or will he Mike Gem?
He'll probably not Mike Gem.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Seems
good
like
at
he's
shooting.
pretty fluent with this deck. I mean, he seems
Oh.
proficient with it.
Canceling the
pretty
move phase shot.
yeah, but the thing is, now he can run away and do it, and it's grabbed.
Yeah, it was kind of blind. It's not. It's
What
not
did he
getting
do?
worse than here. He canceled.
Greg-
oh, go ahead.
Greg needs like major hashing. Or
Oh, I
Thera,
thought you meant-
somewhere along those lines.
They're not a great card. Very well designed.
Yeah. I tried to get a dark side one made, but
You and me both.
not really sure why people were so opposed for it, but people just were like, just blandly put up a statement.
It's a pretty polarizing issue. Whether or not Starship weapons should be allowed to just shoot absolutely everything and have no other interaction, and then that be that.
Yeah, we should probably make a shield that basically says like, if you fire them, like you have to complete the battle, or it has to, like you can't fire them outside of battle. I don't know.
No, yeah, they've got problems. So both
something's
these
happened.
players 5 and 2.
Believe so. This is a
Yeah, I
true-
believe this is a bubble game.
Okay. So this is definitely 100% winning, and possible the loser still makes it.
Yeah, and Tom, I actually
I
think
don't
that
know. Based on the
the loser
standings, I
should-
didn't think so. But
You don't think the loser wins or makes it?
no, I don't.
That could
Like
be.
You don't
these
think
guys are.
anybody?
No, the winner is in.
Winner is
No, I
def-
know that, but you think there's 8 X and 2s?
No, but
Shaw
maybe
was
that 5
in.
and 3
Shaw
could
was in
affect-
9th going into this round. And
What was
he's in
Andy?
X and 2. I assume less than that. Let me see.
Wait, how did you do the math?
He posted the standings. He posted an image.
Oh, it's actually standings, like with the stuff. And are these guys pretty low on the standing range?
So there's 1 7-0 Reed. There's 2 6 and 1.
Oh, Mike, not to interrupt you, but this guy just totally Mike Gemmed it.
He forgot.
There's no force saved, and this
Yeah.
guy's about to get fucked up by the home one. Like he has a dreadnought and a tie in front of the home one, so all that stuff's gonna die.
Oh
And-
wow!
And battle plan draw their fires on the table, so no all power. So if he has like, this could even be like a force loss beatdown if he can get like Lando and there's a lot of guys.
What are we hearing right now?
My daughter putting on Blue's Clues, and everything to her is like, oh, look, whoa. So that's what she's put it on herself on my phone. She knows how to trigger Amazon Video and put on Blue's Clues by herself.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, back to the
at least it's Blue's
So-
Clues.
Another thing they're realizing is that this guy cheated, and he didn't pay +1 for his starships.
Oh, yeah.
when they deployed where?
They
It's
deploy
a coup.
+1.
Imperial starships deploy +1 there. Yeah.
So who's that? I don't know that AI. Is that Ray,
Yeah, if it looks like
Uh,
it's it's Ray.
or is it something? Is it Hera? Maybe.
You guys are both ahead of me on this Skype thing. I can't tell what that is. No,
I'm guessing it's Ray.
that might be Ahsoka.
Oh no, you know what? It can't be because that's a rebel.
So I think it's Hera. So Hera is going to add. I feel like he's going to get 4 destinies, and he's going to completely wipe this guy out, which is huge
Yes.
because he's fighting, or is he getting a guy? That's kind of a depressing.
No, he must have battled for free, right? Because of battle plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
it's just not
he
that many
adds about it.
guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Like, there's
Well-
no. Like, I would even throw Luke up there and just like forfeit the Luke, make them all +1.
Well, it's not like he needs to forfeit. He's got 10 immunity.
No, like I know I would forfeit Luke on purpose. Like, I would just want the extra
Oh, for like 3 power.
3 more.
3 power +1 to your destiny.
Oh, right. Yeah. With
Like it's he had him set up and he played one guy.
good call.
Like no other. Like Jakku's supposed to have 1,000 guys.
Yeah, I'd be on board with that plan. I mean, Luke even deploys. Oh no, he doesn't
So
deploy
it's
5
exactly
because-
10. So he has 10 forfeits. That's everything. Is that 6?
You counting Meonda with the Imperial Arrest Order?
I think it's 1 and everything, and he lost the vehicle, so that's actually kind of insane. So big turn for Greg. Like Greg had to sit up in his chair a little bit there.
All right.
Meanda +1 forfeit there being massive.
There you go. I saved him a card.
All right, so the standings:
Yeah, sorry.
1-7-0, 2-6-1, 4, 5, and 2s, and that's the top 7. And then there's
So you figure there's 4 6 and 2s after, or 4 at least 6 and 2s after Swiss, right?
Well, wait.
so
Mike
then
said
it goes
3
all the
people
way
who are
down to
definitely up.
16. It goes all the way down to 16 people are at 4 and 2 right now, or 4 and 3 going into this round.
Right. But it's more likely that a 5 and 2 who falls to 5 and 3 will make it than a 4 and 3 who jumps to 5 and 3.
Well, not necessarily because it could be the top guy. The top 5 and 3 might be someone who's like was 4 and 1 and lost 2 recent ones.
Right.
So-
yeah. So it could, like, for instance, Lenny. Is Lenny a 4 and 3 here, or?
Lenny is 5 and 2, and his diff is 59. And then like Trevor and Greg are both 4 and 3, and their diffs are 64. And Trevor's tiebreak diff is 66. Strength of schedule.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of, and
Falcon.
Like Hayden and Caruli both have low strength of schedule. If they lose, they're gonna get jumped.
interesting. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
not making it would be wild.
But yeah, these guys right now are both 4 and 3. I wasn't thinking that they were.
Oh, these guys are 4 and 3.
Yeah, these
Greg
guys
Oh,
are.
and
they're
Andy.
4 and 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I was confused about at first too. That's why I wanted to talk
Oh.
about the standings because Greg's in 9th right now,
Really?
and
At
Andy's
4 and
in
3.
13th. Yeah,
Okay.
4 and 3 goes from 8th place to 16th place.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now that you say
Oh,
it
so they
like that.
post. I'm gonna look at what you're looking at. They actually have the actual standings.
So it's not necessary, even if the loser here is definitely out, and the winner might not
For
even
sure.
make it.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, so-
I think if Greg wins, his strength of schedule is so good that it's gonna get him in.
Okay.
Yeah, 64 is a lot. If he wins, he's in because Caruli might actually not make it if he loses. Same thing with Hade.
Justin Caruli, Russo?
Justin.
Yeah, Matt Caruli is at 7.
Matt's
Yeah.
Matt Caruli's in no matter what.
Yeah.
He's locked. So this is a true, definitely. So this is really is a winning in and a losing out. I was thinking it was a winning in and a losing, maybe you're in. But this,
Yeah.
if you lose, you're definitely out here. So the pressure's on. So do you think that Greg has a spy? He drew quite a bit after that, so that's something that to consider. That he only played the Hera, knowing that he would clear the system, and then hoping to draw a spy, and like Luke and go to the Executor docking bay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a valid line if he has one. It just I don't know how many spies he has, and he doesn't play out on the edge.
We have a couple of messages here. We have Justin Carulli winning
Hey,
to
Mike.
finish 6-2. Chris Kelly beats Tom Haid and goes to 7-1.
Wow.
So that's Tom Haid possibly not making the cut.
Yep.
But Mike, it could be that like multiple people who are 5-2 lose now, and like Greg actually doesn't go to 8th; he goes to like 6th, and Haid goes to like 8th.
Yeah, I mean, Haid's definitely not. I mean, also his strength of schedule will improve a little bit because he just lost to someone.
Lost to
Exactly,
Chris, so he
yeah.
will be above 52. And if you look at like Googlen, for example, right, he's at 54. He might win, but not actually pass Haid.
Right.
Those things happen at the end. So
It's just
those-
going to be dicey because if Trevor and Greg both win, they're definitely jumping
right.
like
Right.
Haid and well, it would have been Cooley, but it's not.
Now, Greg is aware of these Starship guns because if you noticed that last turn, he played Wisa like in the draw phase, knowing that he was still going to have to take a drain at 2 and could have just lost the Wisa after getting Boss Nash Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
But he just held it as like protection.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, he needs to home 1 to stay alive more than he needs the activation from home 1. He might have just been holding a Wisa, and now he's got a backup Wisa. So, he might have identified this is how
Yeah,
I
I
lose
think
the
he's
game.
going to be able to draw into a Wisa. I mean, he has 4 and he hasn't been finding them, and he's going to be drawing. So I think there's going to be a Wisa coming around.
Yeah.
Now I feel like he's in the driver's seat.
I agree. I mean, we still have seen nothing from the ground in terms of Andy.
And that's
now.
one weakness for this deck too, is that it plays like a staging area for your opponent to go to that it's ultimately going to go to. Wow, lightsaber proficiency could be a good one. Now, one thing to note, he plays Choke Vader, and if he's tracking that 7, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the ways Luke just dies, no matter what you're playing.
Jeez. What is Greg digging for?
Yeah, what is he?
He doesn't have the Wisa.
I think maybe he's looking for Wisa. He found Obi-Wan. I think Obi-Wan's a pretty good card because it can give him. He's got a ton of cards in hand, and say for example, he wants to get that Falcon back, or home 1 does die, he can
What's
get
that?
like Walkling it back and stuff.
What's that interrupt behind Obi-Wan?
He's got an impressive.
I don't know. I can't tell.
He's got lightsaber proficiency, which is actually a pretty good one. He's got infinite Qui-Gons. I don't actually love regular Qui-Gon in this deck. I think EPP Qui-Gon is probably better. A tad clunky.
That looked like an Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to. Is it closer? It might be closer.
I think he does play closer, which is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, close call. Why wouldn't you play close call as a dark side? So, yeah, Destiny 6 use Canceller.
Oh, it cancels close call too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's all it does.
It
No.
doesn't do anything else.
Rogue Asteroid. So
Okay, yeah, you're right.
got
That's
us.
that's cool that it's cool. It's got 2 ways.
the only
stop.
relevant thing it does.
Is cancel Rogue Asteroid. Yeah, sure. He has the Choke Vader.
2-time world champion.
We shall see. Now, I will tell you this: Greg is stupid for not grabbing that.
The artillery, it seems like the clear grab to me, especially because of the things that he could do with that 7.
He's not going to fight the system.
I didn't mind not grabbing the first one, but now it seems like you have to grab it.
Especially
And
with
it's-
Luke
he's
out.
giving it a spot.
Because now he's just going to give it a turn.
He's not contemplating like.
He has Bisque Shuffle in his hand, though. So that makes it a little bit
Yeah.
worse.
That's the other thing. This deck plays sneak attacks, and
Yeah.
multiple times I battled this guy, and he sneak attacked, and then my next action was Biff Shuffle. Not this guy, but
Brian.
like twice in one game. I think it was Brian or one of the other guys. I don't know. I play like everyone on that team.
Brian, Charlie. Brian and
Yeah.
Charlie and Jake are probably the
Yeah. So
I'd say are the most solid.
no destinies that crack Luke. Not a single one.
Yep.
No 7s and no ways for Vader to choke. And
And
unless he has
that was a Space Vader I saw. Are we sure
Yeah.
that is a Choke Vader?
he has choke
He
Vader.
has a choke Vader in his hand, yeah.
Okay, so he's got one of
Gets
each.
the Vader out of his deck. Okay. Gets the Vader out of his deck.
Does he
Or-
Persona replace maybe?
Or not. Or he leaves the Vader in. This seems a tad strange.
Yeah, he must not see the Persona replace move.
But I mean, he can't
Not that he would necessarily
Oh.
want to.
yeah.
Yeah, but it gets like the one bad destiny out of his deck too.
Yeah, and it adds 6 power
Oh,
and 8 forfeit.
It was just slow on that thing. Okay.
Maybe Greg was bluffing perimeter scan or something. Just said like, wait, and let me see if I want the Blizzard 4 to resolve, and he says yeah.
Interesting turn coming up. If Greg has Chewy and this guy doesn't have Trample,
Yeah, that might be why he's trying to sell the perimeter scan and be like, nah, I gotta save it for the trample.
you know what I bet he has? I bet he has Sneak Attack Trample, and he's about to just put a big stack in front of Luke and say go.
That makes sense to me.
But Sneak Attack Trample with Draw Their Fire too isn't super easy to set up. And Blizzard
Yeah.
4, you're saving 3 force. He might not remember that.
And
You got to
Greg,
remember this. Andy Wexton. This might be his first rodeo.
yeah, this is he was at the NPC, but I don't think he did particularly well there. But what was I about to say? Yeah,
Is
Greg
the
has the
stream-
best
is the
shuffle to
stream-
cancel
is the
to
stream
counter
working?
the sneak attack.
Is the
Oh.
stream working, or are we just talking and no one actually watching? I just clicked over and it's like frozen on an old one.
No, I see people talking about what we're saying, and it's moving for me.
Okay, cool. Just
I
double
just
check.
need to refresh.
Yep.
Just someone type in chat if you can hear us, just to confirm.
No, I'm watching. I can see us.
All right.
Okay.
Grandma.
Okay.
So now he's cooking.
Thanks, Adam.
Grandma
Grandmaster,
Turk-
yeah,
No,
Maybe-
he's gonna kill Luke.
maybe he just initiates here.
Yeah, and then he can move. He can forfeit
Doc and Bay
Vader,
transit.
and then Doc and Bay transit the other guys and save
Yeah.
force. I think Greg probably was not expecting such a potent force.
I mean, he's been holding all of his ground all game.
Yep. Now, Greg,
Is that a gift of the mentor in Greg's hand?
it could be.
And does he have a? He doesn't have a backup Luke, so it would have been with that in mind. Luke and Obi might have.
Doesn't have a backup Luke. Wow.
I don't think. Although actually, he's not adding Battle Destiny anyway because of Battle Deployment.
True. So he's probably gonna crack him with like all power and like, yep, that's 2 force, so that's good enough. Draws a 6, so probably not any overflow.
Nah. We've
Well.
got 14, 23 for he covers 23, and we've got 1, 2, 3,
16, yeah, not 20.
11,
Oh, this system is like
16.
3.
Yeah,
Maybe a force, but
16 plus 8, 24, so it's 1 force.
and by drawing a 6, I wonder if he's gonna lose Tarkin or Vader. Wait, who did he upload?
This is Tarkin. Whoa, with what?
For Blizzard 4.
He got Vader with Blizzard 4.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I thought I saw Space Vader in the lost pile.
I didn't see Greg peel anything in addition to the Luke.
Yeah,
Maybe we miscounted.
14, 23, yeah, that's good.
Or maybe one of us miscounted, either us or them.
Yeah, I think he should have lost 2 more.
Let's see, 8. Yeah, he covered 23, and I had them at 24, so I thought one
I
more.
think it's 25. The vehicle's 3, 4, 5, 13. He drew 8 for Destiny's 21, 22, 23, 24. No, you're right, Tom. So I should be losing 1.
Yeah, maybe they're just recounting the total right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're doing. So I think
Greg's
they've
explaining
decided
that
that
he
Greg
would-
needs to lose
Greg's
one.
explaining that he would lose a card below. He would keep Luke out first, lose a card below because he retrieved the thing.
Yeah,
Retrieved the saber.
exactly, yeah.
So now the tables have turned a tad.
And there's the closer. Yeah, it was closer.
Interesting.
What did I miss?
Oh, Greg got cleared.
Was it the sneak attack move?
It was just
No, he
Grand
battled
Moff Tarkin.
Tarkin, which actually Tarkin seems insane. This deck actually.
Yeah,
Now that site's kind of his. Now this might be a time for the battle planes, though.
it's true. They look
I think it's gonna be pretty hard
much.
for Greg for this Andy guy to get resistance, and Greg does have lightsaber proficiency, so it could
Yeah.
be. And also, one thing to note here too is Greg has put a lot less cards on the table. Like look at the system and look at the site. There are 10 cards out.
I was just thinking that, and I think probably Greg has a little bit more in loss, but not a ton more.
Not that much more, and like
Because think of
but
also
that battle was
exactly.
5 cards.
Yeah,
Now if
yeah,
Greg
and,
if
and
Greg
like there were
grabbed
4
artillery-
ships at Jakku that time.
Yeah, and if Greg had grabbed artillery, it would have been a lot better too.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like battle planes. He's thinking the battle planes.
I think he should go.
Let's not move it to the front of his hand.
I think he should pay to drain battle
I agree.
planes. Get a guy.
Yeah. At this point, it's a damage race and just squeeze every damage because it's pretty close in terms of life force. I think.
Pretty close. It's very close.
It looked like Andy's like deck is pretty low, but tough to tell.
I think he's got a big. I think they both have big hands.
I think Mike's right though, because remember last turn when he checked his reserve deck, it was like 6 or 7 cards, and his force pile couldn't have been that big. So I
Yeah.
think he's probably got about 18 left, and he's probably got about 10 in hand. So I mean, there's a lot of cards in hand.
Yeah, Greg's got. I'd say a lot more. Greg's probably in the mid-20s.
I don't
Some
like
life
not draining.
force. Yeah. Well, we don't know exactly what he has in hand, and maybe he can afford to drain, and
Yeah, Tana Ford or Wakumli would actually be pretty insane.
that would be. Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Right.
It's not amazing, but I guess it's not bad if he thinks that Andy has like another vehicle to pull to give some back to
I
give
think
some
he also needs to
backup.
find a saber to get that lightsaber proficiency on.
Yeah, he needs to find a Luke. I think the saber is actually less of an issue.
Yeah. If he finds the Luke, he could just pull the saber, of course. So yeah, that might be just what he's raying for.
So a card that Andy is probably looking for is the other Admiral's Order.
Get his force drain +1 at the docking
I wonder
bay.
if he play. Do you think
Yeah, I
he
was thinking
plays,
the same thing.
Do you think he plays Saber 2 and Major Feener?
I don't think so. I didn't see that on the list.
Let's take a look.
Probably not. It'd be kind of cool to be able to pull both Admiral's Orders.
Oh, does he pull fighters coming in?
Yeah,
That seems like a perfect guy to add.
right. Like it's your tie deck. Does he even play Baron?
I was gonna say I don't think he plays Baron either. You beat me to
Wow.
it.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It
Maniac.
makes sense not to. That's not how you want to operate in space.
I mean, he's got Onyx 1 and Onyx 2. I think Baron and a Saber 1 might be better than that. But
Yeah, no Saber 2, no Major Turfainer.
all right, so he played Firepower. Makes sense. The guy's not like inept in that regard. He's gonna do 3 damage. This next turn, I feel like, is a key turn. Now, one thing is that is Vader still on the Blizzard 4? Did
Yeah,
he?
he
Are we
is.
Yeah,
sure
he's
that he
still
pulled-
sideways.
He
Yeah.
plays 3 Vaders?
Oh wait, no, Vader's in the lost pile.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait. He forfeited Tarkin to that battle.
Yeah. So who was that guy? Is it like Erica or something?
Wait, maybe he didn't pull Vader?
I could have swore it was.
He did pull Vader.
So he has 3 Vaders? Because I thought he had Choke Vader in hand. Oh, images.
I thought he had 2 choke Vaders, so
Who knows what's going on with this deck?
I thought two
that
Space
image is
Vader
pretty
seems
good.
very at the end.
Oh,
It is.
man,
okay. He,
image
he
and that.
persona replaced Vader.
Oh, he persona replaced. He got the choke Vader on.
Makes sense. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So Wavesman just said that combat response is non-V. But what's the reason to have it non-V?
Oh, that's huge what he just did. This has been an insane turn for Andy.
Oh, retrieve 3 with the.
Retrieve 3 with Center Fleet Systems.
Yep.
Played the Admiral's Order and played Image. This is like getting him all the way back to that Mienda he lost,
Yeah.
and ships are on top. This might be like a major turning point.
Yeah, and Greg is shield busted, so no weapons display even.
Greg needs like Chewie.
I mean,
I
if
don't
he
need
gets
that
if he gets to walk on Louis with Tantos, that's pretty good too.
It's just
And
like,
it gets the lightsaber and the lightsaber proficiency going on.
but if you think about this next turn that Greg's about to have, he's only doing the damage that tie retrieved.
Yeah.
So like he's basically just getting completely time walked.
Yep.
And
Looks
it
like
doesn't
it.
seem like he can really, I mean, I honestly think he might have to just go to Endor.
Get Corrin going to the blockade flagship.
Oh, but he
bridge
can't even
something.
reach. Damn.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I mean, he would have the hyperspeed if he gets
Hashim.
Major Hashin.
Major Hashim would be like an insane card in this deck. And think about it this way too: Greg's gonna have to take another damage to the artillery. Andy has a control set for stun in his hand, so he can control a drain. Everything's coming up. Greg Shaw, 4-4. Oh, sorry.
All right, so yeah, it looks like he might be pulling the weapon. Yeah, he's pulling the weapons display, get the retrieval.
So does the combat response only stop you from talon rolling? Like, why would he be playing the non-V combat response?
Because he can talent roll the Skypes. He probably plays like a Dark Maneuvers combo, like one,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe like a lateral damage or something. Lateral damage in this deck actually seems pretty gross.
Yeah, let me take a look through the list again here.
This deck actually seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, I can tell you really like it.
Yeah, I do.
Dark maneuvers and Talon roll. He does have one Talon roll.
So there's just no downside to not playing it because it doesn't do Baron and stuff. It makes sense.
Right.
It's actually kind of weird that he plays. Oh, combat responses for Meanda. Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Yeah, and to get the black 2 set up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, but I was thinking, like, is it just for black 2? And I was like, that's kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
But he could still do Baron with no hyperspeed and just move him around with Dreadnoughts, too. That would be, like, totally acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Onyx thing's a little strange to me.
I mean, it's a way to get the guns. I think that's the reason.
Yeah, you could just, like, play a gun. Play another gun.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's solid with all power to weapons, so
True, the React probably comes into play, too.
yeah.
It's now, oh, Luke is going to Endor, not to...
Yeah, he has to. He has to do something.
Yep. So barriered Luke
He's
and...
gonna grab it. Maybe. If he grabs this barrier, he's a clown.
Yeah, it looks like the barrier's going to use.
Well, I think he has Biff Shuffle. I guess
No,
not.
he's not even going to do it. No, he has the Biff Shuffle. Maybe he's just saving it for the sneak attack.
So maybe he knows a little bit about this deck. Okay. Tell you one thing, if Andy has been tracking,
He
guess
knows
he-
where that 7 is, yeah.
he doesn't because he Blizzard forward afterwards. But
Oh, no. It was in use pile when he did that. The 7 was.
yeah,
Because when
so-
we Blizzard forward, remember we said there's nothing that hits Luke?
right. I feel like, oh, okay. So Greg doing it now. It's interesting.
Yeah, he shuffles so that he doesn't care about the barrier. He wants to. Interesting that he didn't. Wasn't Luke's lightsaber in reserve this turn?
No, the previous turn, and then he activated it to it.
okay.
Yeah.
So he can't have pulled it. So yeah, Greg valuing messing up the tracking more than the bear. And Luke might not even have battled that turn, even if he had the ability.
I feel like that all of us wanting Greg to go to the battle planes might have actually been a mistake.
Well, that was in light of thinking that he was going to lightsaber proficiency it, and
Yeah.
it being a drain of 4 is way different than it being a drain of 1.
The Emperor's shield or sword or whatever, it's been like kind of mind blowing. Like how good it's been this game. I mean, it really secures him in space, and it paid for itself.
Does it get
+2.
+6 from Alpar? If you
Yeah.
play Alpar? Yeah, well,
It's like pretty insane.
indeed.
Tempest 2 has been
5
Holding
minutes
its-
left.
holding its own.
Yeah, Tempest Scout 2 is a really good card, I think.
This deck should probably play like 4 Tarkins.
Seems
Think about it.
excessive.
He would be able to redraw like any low destiny in his deck, and
Yeah.
redrawing this deck would be pretty gross with Choke Vader and Trample and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. We've got 1 artillery in the deck.
Yeah, pretty sick
That's the only
overall.
1/7, but yeah, mostly high destiny. He's got just Tarkin seems like the lowest destiny.
And he has Ozzel out and Piet, so he has 12 forfeit against Luke and Qui-Gon. Just no downside to battling.
Yeah.
I don't know what those characters are in his hand. See, this is where like 1 Maul would be gross.
Yes.
Wazeman just brought up that, like, he also could have landed the squadron last turn
And then Senate used.
and send it use 6 forfeit.
I don't know who Wavesman is, but he's
He's the guy who seems like he's the guy who built the deck or helped build the deck.
Well, Wavesman is a pro.
You're pro, bro. You have the Justin Desai 2-time world champ seal of approval. I can't wait till I get all the texts tonight about this deck.
Mike, you're blowing it. Tom's right here.
That's
You
right.
think Tom
Tom
can figure out how to beat this deck with Watcher Step? I don't know.
Tom will be playing 5 Theronets. Although, funny enough, his Starship weapons haven't actually come up. Lieutenant Hemsley, the other guy.
Just,
other guy.
just Talon roll whoever Baronets are.
Just to the docking bay just to retrieve and pull the fodder.
and he's gonna send it used, so it's like pays for itself again. I feel like Greg is probably feeling pretty powerless with all these like Wisas and most impressives and lightsabers in his hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing too, like this game could be over if he just happens to draw the 7 and chokes it. And I think Tom's dog senses it. Is he not battling?
He just drew.
What?
Wow.
Why would you not battle there? I think there's a bunny outside. She gets very excited when she sees the bunnies.
That what's his name might be a pro, but Andy Wexton is not, even though he's gonna win.
Yeah, let's not be too harsh here.
I mean, he's
But-
still doing well.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the battle there. I don't know why he didn't. And yeah,
Did-
also, why not land the Emperor's Shield here? Is the other
Greg even got to retrieve one.
Yeah, that was strange.
Ultimate blowout. And he's probably trying to set up like the whatchamacallit, the sneak attack
attack.
thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't need it.
It would be so much better to send the tie used.
And
The
why
sneak
is,
attack. The
like,
sneak
why is
attack
Heavily
added.
still on board the Scythe 1? Why not
Yeah,
just
I
move him into Blizzard 4 or something so you can just forfeit the ship?
Or how about you just put him outside? And you're like, you know what? You can target Lieutenant Helmsley.
Yeah, you want to swing at this guy? Go for it.
I mean, let's be real. He's better in the Blizzard 4, just by forfeit.
Well, not totally true. Remember when the True Mooning deck was around, like Worlds
Yeah.
2013, and like and Hoth was the big dark deck. A guy played a Chewbacca against my ATST,
Mm-hmm.
or no, I guess it was beforehand. I basically put everyone outside. Like I put General Veers outside. Everyone was outside.
So you can only hit one at a time.
He played Chewbacca, and he was like, I was like power 25, and I grabbed his gick, so he couldn't do it again.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I mean, this is not that situation.
Yoda comes out. What is happening? He's
What?
playing
What?
He's playing a weapon in response to Yoda.
Was that like heavy fire zone or something like that?
That's just bad.
Wait, what?
Oh, he's getting a ship.
Where did the weapon? How did the weapon come out?
Probably, so there's 2 cards in his use pile. One of them is no. Is that one? That one's Blizzard 4.
Is it heavy fire zone that pulls the weapon?
The weapon might have been in his hand, so he recycled Heavy Fire Zone because they're almost at time.
And the weapon's just.
Oh, they're almost at time.
Well, that's one way that they sell Wednesday.
Tom, you just went like.
Yeah, you
dark.
just put your microphone in your mouth.
You went on.
I told you
Bing.
the time was 5 minutes ago. I said 5 minutes.
Oh. Am I
Like-
better now?
Yeah.
I'll tell
I'm
you
guessing that the heavy fire zone played the weapon from his hand so he could recycle the heavy fire zone. That's got to be what happened.
what. I'm guessing that Center Fleet Systems is a good card to have when you're playing a time game.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better if he attacked at the docking bay and forfeited that tie use.
Maybe that's why he didn't attack, because he knew it was time.
Is Greg going to win just on time?
It could be. That's kind of awkward.
A game that he has no business winning.
Yeah, we see him cycling these Houston drums now, so. Ow! 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 Ow!
If they had one battle the entire game.
Are they
These games
counting-
have been boring as shit.
We have not gotten the best ones.
Mike, we learned our day 2 deck for Worlds this year. It can't be that boring for Dark Side.
I mean, our talk has been amazing.
Yeah, we've been killing it. I think Greg won. Unless the other guy won. Greg is such a jovial guy, he could have been a jovial handshake on the loss. Can we find out from Robbie who won? Or Mike's like, I've been here for 10 hours, I just want to get out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll find out who won, then I'm out.
I will say it's pretty funny that look at the card that's grabbed. Like after all that, the card that Greg grabbed. Like, are you serious?
Yeah,
Is that I can't shake him or is that heavy fire zone?
that's I can't shake him. Just should have grabbed that Imperial Artillery, but
Yeah, if it was that close, it seemed like it was pretty close. Although, I still don't know who won.
yeah.
They should be
Let's-
telling us who won.
Let's stick around to see. Hopefully, they can figure out who the top 8 is soon, and we'll talk about that. And then
I'm gonna try to get
a lot
back
of
on
broadcast.
chat. Yeah, like end it the right way.
Yeah.
Tom, what do you think of these previews? I have them up. I've been waiting to talk about them.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about this.
Let's do that now. Let's go down the line.
All right, hold on. Let me get to it.
Yeah.
Preview cards for new set. All right. First of all, let's say the images are all pretty amazing.
Yeah, they're really good.
So Rebel Fleet first of all. All right, this is the one non-new image.
So I think it's really strong card.
Yeah.
Even,
We
even
don't-
though I do know what Profundity is, and Profundity is a very strong card, and the rest of the text is really good. So if you look at like a new secret base virtual, this is just like a better version of it.
Right. You
Sometimes
get the
good ship.
you get it for free. I feel like a lot of we haven't seen Throne Room using the Insurrection
No.
package as much recently. This might be like Insurrection and Rebel Fleet kind of.
Although Reed played Throne Room today, and he likes that package, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think this card's just going to be like a staple in like potential starting effects, which I think is good. Light side gets like a nice like build your deck around this effect type thing.
Yeah, and
You
you can either go with Dantooine or Yavin 4 is a pretty decent pull, especially considering that you could put Haven on Yavin 4.
Even there, yep, you can go fast. Like say you're doing like a choke type deck and you play Yavin 4 and like JCC turn 1 and draw. Like that's a great turn 1.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, and then just get some cheap space with Haven, two Destiny there. That's a good way to hold the system.
Agreed. All
And
right, Savage Oppress.
Savage.
Savage. I think well designed, like thematically. I don't think this card's going to be that good.
Well,
Play for 8's a lot.
yeah. Right now, I mean, it is possible we see more Sith characters in the future, and the more Sith characters we see, the better this gets. I mean, right now, it's got that absurd deploys -1 for each other Sith character here, limit -4, and there's only 2 in the game. So we can see some more.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This guy's not bad in Brigham. You can play Maul, fight, then play this guy, exchange a random card to get your Maul.
Yeah. And
That's
I mean, the power 8, that's gonna win you some battles. Stack a card.
All right, Ghost is kind of a weird preview card because it we don't know what Phantom does,
Mm-hmm.
but the stats are pretty good. The deploy is really light. So you think about it, it deploys for 2, pulls another ship, is already matching with Hera.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
It's interesting. It's the first mechanically we've never seen a starfighter that can hold another starfighter before.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And-
Mike plays X-wing, and the Ghost is pretty sweet in X-wing.
Yeah, 2 pilots, 3 passengers is pretty big
It's a
for
load. Now,
when we're
that being
talking
said,
about-
there are a lot of good starfighters for light side that don't really see play. It's based upon, like, if you think about it, the Outrider's only in watch. The Outrider being an amazing card is an amazing card, but it's not played in anything except for Watch Your Steps. So, like,
Yeah, and the I mean, one of the things that a reason why you don't play most of the starfighters is the deploy is too high. This does not have that problem. So I mean, you want cheap things. But yeah, there's not that many squadron assignment vehicles outside of Watch Your Step
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, vehicles meaning like platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, platforms, right?
So now you have this pirate guy. Destiny 4 is cool, and the ship is also. We should talk about these at the same time. Destiny 4. These cards are like good, but at the same time, are they better than Bosk? No.
I think I mean the two
Destiny
force
4 though.
so it's good in Mikos. You get the
Yeah, like
bonus of Mikos or in a CRV deck, basically.
Like Mikos combat response. Is that a deck? It could be. I mean, you can put this guy out with Scum to Nal Hutta for a very cheap cost.
Yeah, I mean, my feeling about Mikos is just
Total battle destiny is +1 for each pirate avoid, so +2.
I feel like Court is just a better platform of a deck. And
Agreed.
this is just I don't know. Oh wait, we just